Welcome to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out what you should do. I've got 7 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is with the purple sweet, purple chocolate. Group 2 is the blue chocolate. Group 3 is the green chocolate. Group 4 is gold. Group 5 is orange. Group 6 is red. And finally, group 7 is this pink chocolate. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice. Otherwise, I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be in the description box. You are very welcome to watch more than one reading, and I would recommend that if you are called to more than one, that you watch them all and in the order that you're called to them, because your advice might be a mixture of more than one group. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy the reading, and my private reading information will be in the description box, as well as the information for donations for anyone who's interested. And I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed, liked, commented, booked readings with me and donated. I appreciate you guys so much, and I just love being able to connect with you guys this way. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the purple sweet, purple chocolate. Let's see what card you have. From the astrology reading cards you have Cancer. This energy is emotional, sensitive, caring and loving. It may concern family, a mother or child. And the 3rd house, your potential to learn something and your local neighborhood. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle you have Success. And Purification. From the Power of Love Activation cards you have Acceptance. You are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. And from the Work Your Light Oracle you have Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. From the Fountain Tarot you have the 2 of Wands and the Hierophant. From the Mystic Mondays Tarot you have the 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. And then from the Lightseers Tarot you have the King of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Let me just readjust everything and tune into your message. It definitely feels like, I think for some of you there's something you need to accept, which I feel like it might be. For some of you, with the Hierophant here and then Cancer, I feel like it might be something to do with your family. Maybe a child or your mother or another family member, or something emotional. Something maybe to do with communication on an emotional level, or communication with family, or something that you need to learn. Yeah, I feel like something you need to learn and accept in order for you to kind of purify yourself and move on. It also feels like there's kind of effort you need to put in to reach success with something. Like she's watering this tree to make it a tree. So it's that kind of thing, like you need to take care of the details. Make things grow, water your plants, put effort into the situation. I also feel like there might be 2 suitors for somebody. And it might be that you need to make a decision between 2 suitors. And also I'm feeling a strong energy of you needing to follow your heart's pull and your passions to get out of a place of stagnation rather than waiting. it feels like maybe you've been waiting for somebody else to do things, and you need to accept that your own guidance is the only thing you should be following, and not need to follow anyone else. With purification, I do feel like there's things you need to let go of. And it might be relating to family or tradition, or maybe something in your like local area, something local to you. Yeah, I feel like some of you guys, you maybe need to like go out further. You might need to choose whether to stay with something or go. And it might be that you've kind of stuck with what's traditional, what's conventional, or stuck with family, stuck with like the same way of doing things. And maybe you've learnt some information that you need to accept that kind of changes things. And now it's your own guidance that you need to follow, not what everyone else is doing, not what other people say you should do. And it feels like there's been some confusion and mental upset over this. And it feels like things have been at a kind of standstill and a point of waiting, but it feels like you need to put in some passion and some effort and follow your own heart to move forwards, as well as accepting the past and accepting the things that you can't change, and releasing people. I feel like releasing people who put you in a negative mindset and don't help you to focus on your own success. It feels like you need to let go of things to focus on your own success. At this time is the main energy that I'm getting. But yeah, there might be someone you need to communicate with, I'm feeling, particularly if it's like a Cancerian person. And something strongly you need to accept and kind of purify and cleanse. I feel like there might be something you kind of need to dig up. With the third house, learning something. Some of you might need to explore your local neighbourhood more. It might be that there's something close to home that you haven't discovered. It might be that you're not kind of looking far enough. Especially if you're looking for a job, I feel like you need to look further. Because you might want to kind of play it safe and stay close to home, but I feel like you need to expand your reach more. Also, I feel like you need more romance in your life. So I feel like if someone's reaching out to you and inviting you on dates, then you should definitely say yes. And if there's somebody you're interested in, I feel like you should express your interest to them more. Make it very obvious. Also treat yourself a bit more, I think, especially if you're trying to like cleanse yourself from old experiences and accept the past. And working very hard, which I feel you guys have been and will be for a while, so I feel like you need to treat yourself in between that. And also kind of conserve your energy for the things that are important. Accept what you can't change, don't fight against it, just let go of it. Release it. Say goodbye to it and move on to the future. I do feel like an energy of some of you are kind of discovering some things with the third house, or you need to, and it might be relating to family or where you live, what's close to you, the things that are closest to you, the things that feel like home. Some of you might need to move home, potentially, but the takeaway message is that your own guidance is what you should be following. So I feel like this is just confirming whatever your own guidance is telling you. And it does feel like someone's interested in you romantically. And I feel like this person's looking at you, like really intensely looking at you and passionate about you and having romantic feelings for you, but you might not really be able to see right now. And maybe you have a lot of options, and having all these options is making you feel confused, so you need to kind of whittle them down and just focus on which ones you're actually passionate about. Yeah, I do feel like there might be a decision whether it be between two people or two places, like two houses you want to move to. I feel like you need to go with your heart and what you're passionate about, and you need to really learn everything that there is to know. So if you're interested in two people, I feel like you need to date them both. And if you're trying to choose between two jobs, say, you would need to find out everything you can about both of them. Kind of do some digging. Try and look deeper. So that would go for anything. Try and find out everything that there is to know. Communicate. Focus on your own success and clearing out anything that you need to clear away. Accepting things from the past that you can't change. Trusting your own guidance over what society says, I feel you're kind of discovering. There's a sense of like unexplored stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's unexplored. And yeah, I feel like maybe for some of you it's like something that needs to be weeded out that you didn't know was there. But also I feel like you need to continue to put effort in. If you have a lot of options and you're not really sure which one, I feel like instead of being passive and doing nothing, you just need to put your effort into everything that you're interested in and see what grows. And focus on the things that you're most passionate about. Focus on what gets your heart beating. What gets you fired up. So I think that's pretty much all I have for you, Group 1. I don't want to make these too long. I really hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading. If you're new here, please check out the other content on my channel. And I have left my private reading information in the description box if anyone's interested, as well as my PayPal information. If anyone feels like donating, that would really help me out. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This is your reading if you chose the blue chocolate. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards you have Mars, your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. In the 8th house, this transformational area of your life is about shared resources and intense emotions. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle you have Delight and Voyage. From the Power of Love activation cards you have Joy From the Work Your Light Oracle you have No, Wait, Postpone, Pause, Say No. From the Fountain Tarot you have the Tower and the Seven of Cups. From the Mystic Mondays Tarot you have the Hierophant and the Empress. From the Lightseers Tarot you have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Wow, very nice, double ace. See, I definitely feel there's like a new beginning needed for you guys, and I feel like you really need to find the love and find the inspiration, find the flame within you for something and see your potential in something. But it does feel like right now things can't really move forwards with something, or it feels like in order for you to move forwards with the potential, you might need to say no to something. And I feel like you need to focus on joy and fun, having a good time right now. There might be a lot of things that people are asking of you that you need to say no to. Or maybe you're just trying to move forwards with something and it might be just time to relax. Just to enjoy life and see where life takes you rather than trying to push forward so hard. I feel like you have some choices. And it's like there's some things that you probably will want to say yes to, but I do feel like you need to get the no things out of the way so that you can relax and move forwards. It's definitely like an energy of something needing to be let go of for your peace, and so you can move forwards. Also, I feel like for some of you, it would be good for you to travel, to take a break, to go away somewhere just to relax, get some time for yourself. I really feel like just pampering yourself would be really good right now, just relaxing. Maybe focusing on your appearance. Maybe treat yourself to like some nice new clothes or like new bath products or something, just to kind of freshen up your energy and make you feel good, or like get some furnishings for your house or something like that. For some of you, there might be a pregnancy on the way, and I feel like you just need to kind of focus on growing that, and there might be people asking you for things and you need to say no and focus on what's really important, what really makes you happy. Somebody might have proposed and you want to say no because you're not really sure. It might have been a shock proposal out of nowhere and you're just not really sure, and I feel like you need to say no, but it's not coming from a place of like not loving the person. I feel it's just coming from a place of it being a shock and needing some time to think about it, I feel, for somebody. There is an energy of like a very significant relationship with the rings here, but also very intense emotions. The 8th house is quite intense energy. It's like scorpionic energy. So 8th house, it's like quite intense, committed relationships. And I do feel transformation with the Tower, and the no might be about transformation. I do feel like there might have been something that was pushed forward very quickly with Mars. I don't know if it was you or somebody else trying to push something forwards quickly, but it feels like a break is needed to just kind of think. It feels like it's not the best time. It feels like if you did try and move forwards with this thing, I feel like external events might come and break it apart anyway. So it seems more like you just need to enjoy whatever you feel like enjoying at this time. I feel like if there's something you're really passionate about, you should keep pursuing it. I also feel like exercise would be really good right now. And if there is someone you're in a really close relationship with, I feel like you can open up to them more than you think. And what else am I seeing? Yeah, I do feel like going away somewhere might be really nice for you. Going on a journey. And you might need to change a lot of things in your life to create more happiness. But I feel like the more you focus on what's fun and what makes you happy, the more you'll be able to find what needs to go, what you need to say no to. There is something to do with like family, mum, maybe pregnancy, something like that, or engagement, something along those lines that could be significant here. I don't know which way it's significant to your life. That will depend on you. But yeah, I do see like potential that somebody wants to marry you or move in with you, and maybe you're not quite ready. And they might be trying to push it forwards really fast when you're not really ready. So you need to pause, like just postpone things a little bit. I feel like things will move forwards again, but I just feel like there needs to be a little postponement right now. And I feel like some pampering and alone time is needed. Some just comfort and stability, and I feel like taking away choices, taking away options, taking away confusion, taking away illusion, breaking down any illusions. Anything that was hidden needs to kind of like come out before this can move forwards again. I feel like there needs to be like a cleansing away and then a refresh, a restart. But there's loads of potential, and I feel like taking a break from whatever's been moving forwards really fast will allow you to find the right thing to move forwards with. and also will just give you a break, which will make you feel a lot better. I'm seeing, guys. So amazing reading. Please pamper yourself. Focus on family. Focus on what you really want, what really makes you happy. Say no to anything that doesn't make you happy. And try and delay things if it's not like, if it feels like it's moving forwards too fast, then try and delay it. And if your emotions are really intense, then try and just postpone everything to have some time to work on your emotions, I'm seeing. Because yeah, I do feel like your emotions might just be really intense, and some little relaxation time would really help right now. And there might be some help you can receive as well, potentially, with the Hierophant here, or some advice from somebody. It could be a female relative, potentially, who has some really good advice for you. I really hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and subscribe if you're new around here. Check out my other content if you are new, and also my private reading information is in the description box. So if you are interested, please do check that out. I've also left my PayPal information in case anyone feels like donating. I'd be super grateful. Thank you so much to everyone who's already subscribed and booked readings with me and donated. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the green chocolate. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have Chiron, your healing power, empathy, and ability to teach or learn remedies. And the Sun, your immortal spirit, purpose, and destiny is involved. I'm already feeling inner child healing is one thing that you guys need to do, potentially. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have new beginnings and pleasure. From the Power of Love activation cards, you have purpose. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. And from the Work Your Light Oracle, you have Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. From the Fountain Tarot, you have the Ace of Coins and the Devil. From the Mystic Mondays Tarot, you have the Nine of Swords and the Lovers. And then from the Light Seers Tarot, you have Strength and the Hermit. Very interesting. But yeah, I do strongly feel like a lot of you have some really deep healing to do. And it does feel like inner child healing is the vibe I'm getting. Like the Sun represents, think about the tarot card, the Sun has a baby on it. And I always think about the Sun as like a very happy, kind of childish energy, very innocent energy. Like a happy child is the energy of the Sun, is what I'm trying to say in a long-winded way. And then with this Chiron card, we have what looks like a parent and child relationship, and like a teacher and student relationship. So it's like guiding and teaching kind of energy. And it feels like with the Nine of Swords here, maybe some of you have some healing to do in that sense. And with new beginnings and the Ace of Pentacles here, it strongly feels like there is a new beginning to be had, which you guys need to find. It really does feel like you're going to find your purpose, and that's what you need to do. But in order to find your purpose, I feel like first of all, you need to focus more on happy things, pleasurable things, good things, doing what you love. And also I feel like you need some alone time. I feel like there might be some unhealthy attachments to people, and it could be things as well that you need to let go of. I feel like saving money and earning money would be good for you. And there might be things that you can let go of, like maybe you have material attachments to things that could be released. And it might be difficult. For some of you, it could be like an addiction that you need to release, which would be really difficult. And I feel like you'll have to go through a kind of dark night of the soul. But it will lead to greater passion. It will lead to you kind of falling in love with life again. And I feel like it will lead to a lot more strength. Personal strength for you. And kind of finding your purpose, finding your way in life. I feel like you're going to turn from a lamb into a lion throughout this process. It feels like you kind of have had a habit of keeping yourself down with negative thinking and maybe unhealthy people around you or unhealthy attachments. And I feel like you're being given a chance to have a new beginning based on following your passion, following your sense of purpose, doing what you enjoy. And you're being given an opportunity to heal. So I feel like you really, really need to take that. And also I feel like there's good divine kind of helpers. But also I feel like there are good people around who you will come to meet. But at the same time, I think you need to have an independent time of healing right now. And it will give you a lot of strength and a sense of purpose and a sense of knowing who you are. It feels like you're really like discovering your destiny. And that's what you need to do. And I feel like there's some healing that needs to be done based on... I feel like maybe something's taken your confidence away. Or maybe someone around you. Or a situation, an unhappy situation. And I feel like you're being given an opportunity to escape from it, to have something different. But you might be like piling all your problems on top of each other. And I feel like you need to kind of free them. There might be somebody you can communicate with to kind of release the problems. There might be somebody who really understands and can give good advice. But ultimately, I do feel like what you need is just to take time for yourself, to focus on what you're passionate about your purpose, what you enjoy, and listening to any divine guidance you might be receiving. I do feel like it's just a case of you following your desires and your pleasures to a new beginning. It's a sense of you kind of passing a kind of transition, going through to the other side of something where there'll be a new beginning. And I feel like the doorway is kind of healing for you and release and your own sense of purpose. Sorry, group 3, my video cut out, but that's pretty much all I had for you. I feel like there's some healing that needs to be done, maybe towards your inner child, or maybe something that took your confidence away a long time ago. And it's like you need to reclaim a sense of confidence and take a new beginning, which is based on doing what you enjoy, just following whatever it is that makes you happy and seeing where it takes you. And just following your sense of purpose and the things that seem light, the things that seem good, the things that seem positive instead of anything negative, which is what I feel like you might have a tendency to focus on sometimes due to whatever is not healed within you. And I feel like there's a relationship which might be unhealthy, and it might be that you just need to take away the unhealthy element of it, and you might just need to take some alone time to kind of heal so that it can be healthy. Or it might be that you need to cut out an unhealthy relationship so that you can manifest a healthy relationship kind of thing. and you might need some alone time before you can have a new beginning. And also I feel like saving money would be really good for you guys, or earning more money, or focusing more on your like material day-to-day kind of stuff would be really good, rather than having loads of problems that you're thinking about all at once. Just kind of keep it really simple. There might be an addiction to a person or thing that needs to be released, or bad habits that need to go for you to be really, really thriving on this new beginning. But yeah, it's a sense of you like really figuring out what you like, the sort of people you like. I feel like you need to communicate with people. You need to talk. You need to express your sadness, I feel, but at the same time you need to stay independent and really come into yourself, develop your confidence to be alone, your confidence to go anywhere you want to go in the world, to do anything, realizing your own infinite power and strength, and the infinite possibilities that are out there for you guys. So I really hope you enjoyed your reading group 3. Please let me know how that resonated, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below if you enjoyed this. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the gold chocolate. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have the 11th house, where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. And the first house, what people see and the impression you give. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have power, and action. From the Power of Love activation cards, you have humility. You have developed a loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. And from the Work Your Light Oracle, you have get grounded, empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. From the Fountain Tarot, you have the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. From the Mystic Mondays Tarot, you have the 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. And then from the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Tower and the Page of Cups. Interesting. I feel this has a lot to do with kind of your self-image and the way you kind of portray yourself to the world. And I feel like you guys, you kind of want to get out there, and this is the energy I'm feeling. It's like you want to get out there and make friends, but you're kind of worried what people think about you, and a bit shy, and you kind of second guess yourself and stop yourself. I feel like you have a lot of negative thoughts that keep you trapped. So for you, I feel like this is telling you what Spirit wants you to do, what Spirit thinks you should do, is to really claim your power and to take action towards going out and getting the things that you really want, making your wishes and dreams come true, making friends, having fun, being the person who you really want to be, and learning to like the person who you are, learning to be proud and confident of the person who you see in the mirror. And I feel like for some of you guys, you might have been like overly obsessed with like how you appear to others and your image, and I feel like you're starting to, or what you need to do is kind of realize that everyone's the same. Like, it doesn't matter if you have spent a lot of money on your makeup or if you don't wear makeup, like, you're the same as everyone else. We're all the same. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter about your outer appearance. So it's like more humility, less vanity, less being concerned with what people think about you. and more just seeing everyone as your brothers and sisters, or as you, as the same as you. And I feel like that will help you with your shyness. It will help you not to feel so self-conscious. Because to an extent, like when we're feeling self-conscious, it's kind of, in a way, it's kind of arrogant of us. Like I know people who are shy and self-confident and like not comfortable with people. It's not coming from a place of arrogance at all, but when you're always really concerned with what other people are thinking about you, it kind of assumes that other people are thinking about you. And actually, you're probably not thinking about other people because you're too busy worrying about how you've come across to them. So what you should do is remember that everyone else is the same as you. They're all probably the same, worrying about how they're coming across. And I feel like that will just help you to feel more confident in going out and getting what you want, in just realizing that other people probably have the same fears and anxieties as you. It doesn't make you special to have these fears and anxieties. We all have them. It's just about trying to find that power and that drive to go for what you want in spite of that feeling that you're getting. And I do feel like confidence is really going to help you, and also releasing past pain is going to help you. If there was someone in the past who made you feel ugly or made you feel inadequate, you really need to release that baggage and kind of see how powerful you are and how successful you are and how well you're doing with humility. Don't let it go to your head, of course. You've got to be grounded at this time. You can't be too carried away with anything. Even if you are finding that your dreams are coming true, for some of you guys, that might be the case. For some of you guys, it might be that you're kind of very popular right now, like you might be taking off in some way. And I feel like there's a kind of energy of maybe you're like really trying too hard to be humble. And maybe you're kind of just self-sabotaging through your kind of own... It's like a fear of success I'm seeing for some of you guys. And then for others of you, I think you let it go to your head a bit and you kind of take it too... You kind of just see it as too big of a deal. And it's not really a big deal. You still need to just chill and be grounded and humble with it and just relax and take the pressure off yourself, I think. I think it's putting too much pressure on yourself that you need to stop. And stop worrying about how other people perceive and just do, I feel. And there is a sense of getting rid of old things, letting go of the past, so that your present can be more relaxed, ready to move forwards and see what's good in your life and take out anything that's bad that's still lingering, which I feel like will give you kind of a fresh view of everything. I do feel like for some of you, you might want to change your look. Like it doesn't, as I said, it doesn't matter what you look like, but at the same time, if you're not happy with how you look in the mirror, then it will affect how you come across to the world, if you know what I mean, because you'll be less confident. So sometimes just like changing your haircut, changing your outfit or whatever, it can just make you feel different with the tower here. And I do feel like there's a sense of you wanting to transform and wanting to go big and wanting to change. And thinking about how you're perceived and the impression that people get of you. So it feels like maybe changing that, maybe changing your image to match your new insides, where you've cleansed away the old and cleansed away your negative feelings. That's the strongest message I'm getting, and I do feel like there are some things you can cut away to have more relaxation in your present moment. And it feels like the present is quite abundant, but you just have negative feelings about it. And it's strongly a sense of you just needing to have the confidence to do what you need to do. And I feel like for some of you, an image change will facilitate that. And for some of you, I feel like you need to ground yourself. Like you might have been For some of you guys, you might have been too spiritually kind of focused and not materially focused enough. And it's time for you to take action in the material world and kind of come back down to earth. And yeah, for some of you, I think you've been dreaming really big, and right now it's not time for that. It's time to take care of all the little details. And that might kill your vibe a little bit, but you just need to be humble right now and just take care of the little things, chill, meditate, connect with the earth. Also, maybe it's like what you want. Maybe what you want is not very sustainable. Maybe what your wishes are for is not something that really is compatible with you. Maybe it's just what you think looks good rather than what you actually want. Maybe. But I feel like you need to kind of think about all of those things in relation to your life, because it will vary from person to person with this reading, I feel. But ultimately, releasing your negative thoughts by claiming your power, realizing that everyone's kind of the same, everyone has the same concerns and worries, and everyone is just as valuable as everyone else, no matter what kind of house they have, what kind of car they have, what clothes they wear. It literally doesn't matter. It doesn't make you better than anyone if you can get those things, and if you can't get those things, it doesn't make you worse. So they're all kind of pointless. But having said that, if you feel like freshening up your look to give you a little boost of confidence, then Spirit really supports that. Because your body is your temple, and how you dress it can reflect what's inside of the temple, if you know what I mean. So even though I've been acting like it's not important at all, in terms of like your value, no, it doesn't change your value, but it can just make you feel more comfortable, if you know what I mean. So that's what Spirit wants. It just wants you to feel comfortable and confident, and to feel cleansed of any negative experiences from the past, so that you can really reclaim your power and take action and move forward in a very grounded way, where you're still focused on what you wish for, but kind of down to earth with it. And yeah, there might be some things that need to go, that need to be cleansed out, but you really have the power. You have the power to do whatever, guys. You really do. So great reading, Group 4. I really hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and check out the other content on my channel. I've left my private reading information in the description box if anyone's interested, as well as my PayPal information. If you feel like donating, I'd be super, super grateful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the orange chocolate. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have Pisces. This energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. And Venus, the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Change. And Going Forward. From the Power of Love activation cards, you have Ownership. You acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike, and learn to love them all as lessons. And from the Work Your Light Oracle, you have Unbound. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. From the Fountain Tarot, you have the Eight of Wands and the High Priestess. From the Mystic Mondays Tarot, you have the Sun and the Ace of Cups. And then from the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Devil and the King of Cups. It does feel like there's some things which need to be released. Moving forward with Change and Going Forward and the Devil here. I feel like you need to overcome the unhealthy attachments to people and things by meditating, taking some time out, reflecting, just being with yourself, being comfortable with yourself, ready to move forward. I also feel like there's a focus on material ownership, like what you have, what makes you happy. And this could be, for some of you guys, it could be like an over-attachment to material things. And then for others of you, it could be that you kind of need to change things moving forward. You might need to change things on a material level moving forward. But I feel like for most of you, it's going to be a deeper thing rather than a material level change. It might be material level on the surface, but then I feel like it goes very deep. And you're transforming old patterns and old ways of doing things. You need to really let go of the past. And that includes taking ownership of anything you might have done wrong and accepting it and forgiving yourself, ready to move forwards. There's a focus on relationships as well, with Venus here, and enjoyment, pleasure. And with the Pisces energy, it's very artistic. So for some of you guys, you might be artists and you might need to do some art to help you with this. It might help you to express yourself creatively or express yourself with your appearance in some way. I also feel like forgiveness, as well as you forgiving yourself, you need to forgive other people because it will just lighten your load, ready to move forwards. And I feel like you need to move forwards very fast with something. And it seems like things are very open for you. It seems like there's a big path, like something's been cleared. Maybe a lot of obstacles in front of you are being cleared away. You maybe need to clear them away. I feel like they're from the past and they're lingering and blocking your progress. And there's a need for a fresh emotional beginning, like a cleansing. I do feel like releasing all your old pain, maybe crying and letting it all out and having a fresh start, emotionally and physically, I feel. And you might want to move, physically move, especially if it's somewhere hot, or just take a holiday. I'm feeling that strongly, like go away somewhere hot. Might be really nice to invigorate you, especially if you're trying to get away from like an unhealthy person in your life or bad habits. I feel like maybe going to the sea might heal your whole spirit and really help you. A nice holiday by the sea to heal and have it as like a fresh start. Sunshine and sea. Also, I feel like there might be somebody who can help you. There might be somebody kind of reaching out to you to help. And maybe you don't know if you can trust it or not. But I feel like your own intuition will tell you. I feel like your intuition is very powerful. And right now you just need to strengthen that. And I feel like that will help you move forwards faster. Just take some time to meditate when you need to. It's like moving forwards and then moving forwards when things move forwards very naturally and doing a lot in a short space of time. And then taking some time to reflect and listen to your intuition. It's kind of going with the flow of things. But also, I feel like you do need a break. I feel like you need some time to just have fun with loved ones. Have a nice time. Enjoy yourself. And I feel like, again, I'm feeling crying, releasing, so that you can be happier. And I do feel like there might be a really great relationship coming in. And it might move forwards very quickly. And I feel like you might have to take some time to consider if you can trust this person or not. Trust what they're offering you or not. And I feel like you can trust them. It feels like you can trust them. It feels like you can say yes, but it does feel like you need to remove your own kind of baggage, maybe old relationships to people. If you do have someone in your life who's unhealthy and toxic for you, you need to release them. And also I feel like if you've been the toxic person, you need to kind of acknowledge that in order to release your debt to this person, in order to release your connection to this person, if you've done bad things. And I feel like that will free up space for you to move forwards. But yeah, I do feel like anything you can change that's not healthy, anything that you can cut out and focus on more what's beautiful, art, love, really positive relationships, daydreaming about things that get you inspired, just going with the flow, being forgiving and compassionate of other people. And yeah, I feel strongly going with the flow when things move. Just go when it's moving. Take that opportunity that comes up. Take whatever chances come in front of you and just go with it. But also there's an energy of you kind of knowing what you need to change. There's kind of a sense of you taking ownership of your next part of the journey. And that involves releasing the past, so that you can be fully accountable for what happens from here. And in order to do that, you need to kind of remove what's unhealthy. But your intuition will tell you, guys. So for now, just focus on this new beginning that you have and taking away the past, the unhealthy things from the past, and taking time for yourself when you need it. Make the changes. I feel like exercise for you guys would be really good. And changing the way you do things, whether that be on a deep level or just on like a surface level. And holidays, as I said, I'm really seeing holidays or maybe moving abroad would be amazing. And it does feel like somebody's offering something, you need to kind of see if it's for you or not. But I feel like for most of you, it seems like it's a really great opportunity that's worth accepting, and it feels like it will lead to a new beginning going forwards, and a really beautiful relationship potentially. So I really hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. I've left my private reading information in the description, and also my PayPal information if anyone feels like donating to my channel. I'd be super, super grateful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the red chocolate. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have the 10th house, your achievements and status in the outside world, and Capricorn. The energy around you is serious, materialistic, and hardworking. It bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition. That's very interesting. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have relaxation and protection. From the Power of Love activation cards, you have gratitude. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. From the Work Your Light Oracle, you have align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? From the Fountain Tarot, you have the Knight of Coins and the Six of Wands. From the Mystic Mondays Tarot, you have the Six of Pentacles and the Fool. And then from the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Six of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Wow, you have 3 sixes. It's very interesting. It's very harmonious. But then you also have the Nine of Swords.
So I definitely feel like you have a lot of sadness for some reason, even though there seems to be a lot of harmony and a lot of really great opportunities, and things feel very synchronized for you guys with the Fool. It feels like things are just moving very spontaneously in your life, and everything's kind of just working out, but you still have this anxiety, is what I'm feeling. And it feels like you're at a kind of transitional point where you're going from somewhere really, really dark to somewhere better. And I feel like for the most part, you're probably quite hopeful about getting to the other side. I feel like for the most part, you're probably very optimistic, but in a balanced way, in a grounded way. But I do feel like while you're still crossing these dark waters, there are moments where your mind starts taking you in circles. And that might be where you're at right now, coming to this reading. And I feel like those times you just need to relax, have faith, trust that you're protected, trust that everything's going to go well for you, and to switch your attitude, to switch your emotions, to switch your mindset by changing the anxiety to gratitude. So stop thinking about what's going wrong and think about everything that you're grateful for that you have right now, because that will manifest more of that. Whereas if you think about what's going wrong, you'll manifest more of what's going wrong. But having said that, I feel like you're so protected that even if you do have negative thoughts, I don't think they're going to really do much to jeopardize what you've been building. I feel like you've been really optimistic, and I feel like you generally, for the most part, have a lot of positive thoughts. But at the same time, you put in a lot of work. It's not just a pipe dream for you guys. I feel like you're already putting in a lot of work, which is why Spirit's telling you can relax and you're protected. Just be grateful. And I feel like anything in your life that doesn't really align, anything in your life where when you really look at it, it kind of doesn't fit with everything else, that needs to go. And even if it's kind of difficult to let it go, I feel like you just need to be grateful for the lesson and be grateful for the space in your life that it creates and try and find the positives with everything. And also I feel like with Capricorn and the 10th house here, this is a strong work energy and what you can create in the world, what you can achieve. And with the 6 of Wands here, I feel like there is something that you're accomplishing. There is something that you're working really hard on and creating success with. And I feel like literally all you guys need to do is keep going. Literally just keep going even when it's really boring and you're not seeing results. I feel like it's literally only a matter of time before you see success. It will be slow. You have to take a step-by-step approach and stay grounded and be careful and not do too much, not spend too much. Try and keep everything in balance, which is hard, and keep your optimism. But ultimately, that's literally all you have to do is just stay focused. Stay optimistic and relax. Try and turn your anxiety into gratitude. Instead of focusing on what you're afraid of happening, focus on the things that are already with you that you're very happy about. And if you see something that makes you anxious, then try and find a way to get rid of it, to move past it, to release it. And know that you are at a transition. This is not the final destination. And Spirit just wants you to kind of relax through this transition. You're safe, nothing's going to happen to you, nothing bad is going to happen to you. If anything has to go, just be grateful that it's gone, because I feel like Spirit knows. Spirit knows what's not really aligning for you, and you might want it, you might be fighting really hard for it, but Spirit knows that it's not right. So be grateful if it's taken away, and know that your optimism is really doing you a service with Spirit. Like your gratitude, your optimism, your positivity. I feel like it's created this like bubble of protection around you where things are very harmonious, things are moving forward fast in the right direction at times, and then there's other times where they'll crawl forwards really slowly and be boring. But no matter how exciting things get, you kind of have to stay grounded, and that's hard. And there's times when the anxiety all comes back to you and the depression all comes back to you. But just know, guys, where you're going is better than where you come from. And that's through your own hard work. It's through what you're creating in the world. You're creating something really amazing. You're actually achieving something that I feel like other people will really admire. And that will create material success, I feel. So honestly, just relax, guys. Keep putting your effort into whatever it is that you've been putting effort into. And have faith. Be optimistic and know that where you are right now, this dark place, is very temporary. It won't last that long. So be grateful for everything that's good. Try and eliminate the things that don't feel like they fit with you anymore. Trust spirit. Be confident and just keep putting in the work, guys. That's literally all you need to do. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And check out the other content on my channel if you're interested. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is in the description box. And I've also left my PayPal information in case anyone feels like donating. I'd be super grateful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the pink chocolate. Let's see what cards you have. From the astrology reading cards, you have Jupiter, your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. And Leo, this energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. Wow, self-belief twice, guys. Believe in yourself. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have opportunity. And patience. From Power of Love activation cards, you have integrity. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. And from the Work Your Light Oracle, you have Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. From the Fountain Tarot, you have the Moon and the Emperor. From the Mystic Mondays Tarot, you have the Five of Cups and the Nine of Cups. And then from the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Four of Wands and the Page of Wands. Wow, really nice energy, guys. And I feel like it's very confirmative of itself with Jupiter and then Leo, and it's saying self-belief twice. It's a very strong message. You guys need to be really, really confident and not afraid to show yourself who you really are. Have courage. Trust that you're blessed. Trust that the universe is protecting you. It seems like you guys have a really good opportunity, but you need to put a lot of effort in. I feel like it's a really good opportunity, and you need to do it right with integrity here. It's something important, and it's something significant long term, which is why patience is here. It's not something that will be overnight. This opportunity is not like an overnight success thing. It's like something where you do effort and then you have to wait a long time and see if it pays off. And you need to maintain your confidence and your self-belief despite anything that feels disappointing. And focus on what feels good. Focus on what's happy, what's right, what you love, rather than anything that's sad, anything that you feel that's going wrong. I feel there's a sense of people being with you. I feel like you do have people around you, or maybe not in presence, but in spirit. I feel like there's people around you, or some kind of community that you could find and be a part of. I'm also feeling creative gifts that need to be shared. And there might be an opportunity to collaborate with somebody. There's a strong performing energy. So I feel like if you do have anything that you do, especially creative gifts like dancing or singing, anything like that, I feel like you really need to put it out there. You need to take a leap of faith on it and just throw everything out there and see what happens. Take your chances. Because if you don't take the opportunity, you'll never know what would have happened. So you just need to be brave. I also feel like your intuition's very, very powerful, and there's like a lot of energy coming from the moon for you. And I also feel balancing of masculine and feminine energies is very important here. It's like, I feel like for some of you, you're trying to fit into a box, and there's this wide open space for you just as you are. And you're like trying to box yourself into something where you don't really fit. So I think you need to just be more free with your emotions and with who you really genuinely are. And feel free to express that. There's like a sense of like control over things. Where maybe, I'm not saying don't have control over things. I'm saying trust your intuition and adapt based on what your intuition says. Don't be rigid with things, but at the same time you need to have integrity. So if you have like a routine that helps you to feel like it makes your life more stable, then that's good. But if you're restricting yourself, then it's bad, if you know what I mean. You need to do what's right for you. And I feel you need confidence to do that. And you need to listen to your intuition to do that. It feels like there might be some information that's not really out there. Like maybe you're kind of aware of something else, aware of someone else's deception. But I feel like as long as you have integrity and confidence and patience, then nothing else really matters. And it does feel like there's people to come together with. There's really good times to be had, I feel like there's a lot of disappointment, but at the same time there's a lot of fun to be had. Like there's some bad, but there's a lot of good to be found if you can change your view on the situation. I also feel like there's like it feels like there's kind of emotions that are very intense. And for some of you, I feel like there's a need to kind of overcome that to go for an opportunity. Like if your intense emotions are fear, then you need to overcome the fear to go for the opportunity. Or if your intense emotion is depression, you might need to kind of set rules with yourself to try and get you into better habits, to try and help with that. And maybe to focus on your work, to get out of your feelings sometimes. And to have a very long-term view when it comes to what you're going for. Keep your goals in mind and be aware that they'll take a long time to manifest. But I feel like you do have people on your side. I feel like there are people you can go to have a good time with if you're feeling sad. And you might have to be patient, you might have to wait. And I feel like things might go wrong. There might be some disappointments, but I feel like you should focus on what is good and what makes you happy. And trust your intuition and be confident. Just be confident with expressing yourself and expressing what you want and doing what you want and going for what you want. It feels like you guys... I feel like you guys, you're going to have a lot more happiness. And Spirit wants you to have more happiness, and it might be a wait until you can really get the opportunity. And there might be some kind of leap of faith you need to take before you get it, and a bit more confidence you need to develop. But I really feel like you can do it. Whatever it is, whatever opportunities are presented to you, I feel like you're very capable. So you should go for it. You should go for whatever you're passionate about. Especially if you have a team of people doing the same thing. And if you have opportunities to get together with people, then you should definitely take them. If you have opportunities to go to events and have a nice time, go to parties and stuff, I feel like you really should go. But yeah, be patient and wait for the right opportunities. Don't just take a leap at any old opportunity. You need to have integrity and wait for the right thing and trust the guidance you get from your ancestors and from your friends, and trust the feelings you get in your intuition. So I think that's pretty much all I have for you, Group 7. I really hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know how that resonated, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe and check out the other content on my channel. If you're interested in a private reading, my information is in the description box. And I've also left my PayPal information there if anyone feels like donating. I'd be super grateful. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.